Welcome back to Access 101. Let's open up the PetZone database. As you can see, we've done a lot of work here. We've got quite a few things in our database. We've got a bunch of tables, queries, forms, reports. But let's say our personnel department that also does the payroll at PetZone would like to have the employee table and the hours worked table available to them in the form of a form. We already have forms to do that, but in order to make it simple for them and not have them see everything in our database, we can do something to make it user-friendly. If we go to Forms, click New, Design View, and leave this box blank. Click OK. Gives us a work area. If we drag the bottom, we open up the work area, drag the grid, the lower edge of the grid, create a little more room for ourselves, and drag that end to the right. We start by creating a label, and this is going to be called a switchboard, this menu that we're creating for our personnel department. So click the label button, click in the grid, and open up a window for our label, and let's type in the information we want in our label, PetZone. In order to get a new line inside of this window, inside the label, we need to hold the Control key down as we press Enter. And now the second line is personnel / payroll. Hit Control Enter again, and let's call this main menu, and click Enter. Come over to the formatting toolbar, change the size of our type to 22 point, and in the formatting toolbar, click Center. That looks pretty good. So now click in the grid, and we're going to put some buttons in there. Drag a button open. The command button wizard opens. Click Form Operations. Open Form. Next. Employee table is what we're going to choose first, so click Next. Open the form and show all records is already checked for us, so just click Next. Put in text. This is what we want to show on our button. So we want it to say Employee Records. Click Next. And then we need a meaningful name that will help us to remember this particular object. So let's call it Open Employee Form, because that's what it's going to do, is to open the form that we have called Employee, and then click Finish. Okay, now we need another button. Drag another one over here. Nope. Click here, and then click in the grid. And now drag a button open, Form Operations again, Open Form, Next, Hours Worked is the one we want, click Next, click Next, Text again, and we want our label to display Pay Hours. Click Next, and we'll call this Open Hours Worked Form. Click Finish. Okay, we have two buttons, but they're not aligned and they're different sizes, so we can fix that very easily. Just click in here and kind of lasso those two buttons, come up to our formatting toolbar. First we want to size them to make both buttons the same width. Click to widest. And we want to make them the same height, so format again, size again, to tallest, format again, align them to the left. Okay, they're both together, but they're not in the right space, so if we click inside where the buttons are and just kind of drag them till we get them positioned the way we want them, that doesn't look bad. Click out here. What we can do at this point is to save it, so we can just X out of this. You want to save the changes? Yes. Form name, we'll call that personnel switchboard. Click OK. Now to check this out, double click personnel switchboard. Okay. This is not bad, but let's dress it up a little bit. Well, first let's make sure it works. Yes, you get the employee records, and click pay hours, you get the hours worked, and that looks good. But let's get some color into this thing. So let's go back into design view, click on our label, right click, fill color, and let's choose one of the blue colors, and then click into the main portion of the grid, right click, fill color, and let's choose a lighter blue, and that looks pretty good. Let's X out of that and save our changes, and let's double click this again, and I think that looks better. Okay, that's it for now.